Hey there folks, welcome to Let's Play Astroboy Omega Factor for the Game Boy Advance. I'm your host, G Wiggly. This is my very first attempt at a Let's Play. I enjoyed watching them for quite some time, so I figured it's time I threw my hat into the ring and gave it a shot. And I'll be starting with a great little game by Treasure, as you can see there. Treasure's a good company. You people know them well. At least I hope you do. They do many great games like Gunstar Heroes, one of their more notable titles, as well as Guardian Heroes, and things with heroes at the end of it, generally. Let's start with this. And Astroboy is also a hero, but he's not Gunstar, but he is legendary. Ah, yes, you see how that works. No, not Ga. Not Ga, no. I'm sure, no. Yes, I'm sure I'll be saying that very often throughout the course of this Let's Play. Gah, but not here, not as a title, for a name file that has too foreboding. We'll just go with GW, and we'll play on normal. It's a challenging game, but a fair game. But I'm gonna shut up right now so you can watch the opening movie. There we see the original Astro when he was a boy, suffering a horrific death. That's my cell phone. Ignore that. And Tobio is getting killed here. That was the original name, Tobio. Here we have Dr. Tenma, his original birth father, who's claiming here that his son has died horribly, so he's going to rebuild him faster, stronger, better. I don't know how many millions he invested in Astro, but I'm guessing that it was a lot. A whole lot. He's more powerful than the $6 million man. Much more. The $6 million man wishes he was as strong as Astro. He's pocket change by comparison. And here we have Dr. O'Shea, originally named Dr. Elephant in the original source material, changed to O'Shea over here when it was localized, because O'Shea, I guess, makes more sense than Elephant, because he looks like an elephant, and I suppose he's fun. That's horrible. But yeah, he just reactivated Astro, as is the way of the series usually begins. He's a former colleague and friend of Tenma, and he serves as a parental figure for Astro, and later his sister Uran, or Zoran, depending on which series you follow. So here we have the tutorial stage, and we walk. Basic movement. Not very exciting, so I'm going to be skipping. I'm sorry if I'm skipping a bit fast, but nothing he's saying here is particularly interesting, and you're going to see it all demonstrated anyway. So, jumping and jets. Jumping and jets is very, very important. Every time you rocket dash in air, you get a number of invincibility frames, which is vital to survival in this game, since there are many attacks and enemy swarms that I don't see any possible way of surviving otherwise, other than just soaking up damage. And here we have our basic melee attack, punching. I like punching. It's good, it's effective, it's a solid attack. You can do it in air, and fairly quickly from side to side. So when things get in your way, you clobber them. Which is a good lesson for life. Viewers, if people bother you, you punch them. You punch them right in the face. Doesn't matter if they're man, woman, or child, especially if they're children. Punch them. No, don't do that. I don't mean that, really. I really don't. And he's about to introduce us to our basic long-range attack, the finger laser. It's not that strong an attack. You can do it in midair fairly quickly. The recovery time's a little laggy, but it's good as a finisher, really. Or enemies you don't want to get too close to. It'll get stronger later, but not much stronger. So overall, it's still better to rely on punching to get your way through things. Punching's very good. What's even better is kicking. Kicking's also good. See, you get kicked. All of you get kicked. Whenever you kick something, they turn into a bit of a pinball. And they bounce around like lambs or something. I don't know why I said lambs. It's the first thing I thought of, but now I'm guessing you people are like imagining like barnyard lambs getting kicked and like ricocheting off of barnyard walls and all over farms and stuff, and that's just horrible. You're bad people for thinking of that. I claim no responsibility for putting a thought in your head. Oh, okay, and here we have the special attacks. First, I'll do my least favorite, the machine gun. It caused a lot of slowdown, as you notice. Astro kind of lets out little machine guns out of his little backside and spins around with a little happy dance, and it shoots all enemies on screen. It's not very strong at all, but it does stop everything in its tracks. I won't be using it very much, only when I'm desperate, or during flying stages when they spam you with unforgiving amounts of enemies, akin to bullet hell games. Yeah, all of you that played bullet hell games just raise your eyebrows saying, really? Yeah, well, it's true. What I will be using most often will be the arm cannon. Oh, I love me some arm cannon. Get used to seeing this a lot. I mean, I can't emphasize how often you're going to see the arm cannon because I love this thing. It's quick, it's effective, it gets bigger, it gets stronger. It just kills everything with a bag of chips and a side of fries and a Diet Coke. It's good. Let's see it one more time. Oh, yeah, that's some good cannon. Fire that cannon. And, okay, enough of that. And the very last attack is one that's theoretically very strong, but I've never been able to pull it off at the right time. It's, let's see here. Case in point. It's a bit of a rocket dash. I mean, the more you raise your boosters, the longer it goes and the harder it hits. But, well, enemies have, well, average-size hitboxes, so missing is very, very easy, even with large bosses that have only certain areas you can hit at certain times. So most of the time I'd end up wasting it. I rather rely on the arm cannon, which I demonstrate for you again, but I ran out of arm cannon, so I can't do arm cannon, so I'm just going to keep on moving. Just pretend I was doing a really, really big arm cannon just now, and we're set. Now he's going to talk about the Omega Factor, the soul. It's kind of the level-up system for this game. I mean, in the source material, Astro meets many people and learns and grows and experiences and all that stuff that robots tend to do in anime series. About learning to care and emotions and all that stuff, their emotion circuitry, kind of like Mega Man does, since they're very similar. But in this game, it's the level up system. See, we got O'Shea there, and each one of those empty spaces is going to be an Osamu Tezuka character from some series he's created. It's kind of a spanning multiverse game, not officially going on any story, which is actually kind of fascinating and awesome in a way. But with Dr. O'Shea, we get him here, and then we get access to the level up system. And each notable person you get will allow you 1 point to customize Astro wherever you want. So, life increases your life, self-explanatory. Punch makes you punch harder. I'll be investing points in this because I like punching things, as everyone should. Punching's the way to go. Laser, oh, you know I'm going to emphasize the laser. This thing, I can't wait till it's full. I'm going to leave that alone because I could talk about the laser all day. Shot. You know my feelings about Shot, so I might be investing 1 or 2 points in this later on, but if at all. Jets are very good, because each time you increase jet power, you can rocket 1 more time in the air, so you can chain together multiple rockets, which is the only way to survive some of the bigger, more horrifying attacks later in the game. So we'll be doing this a lot, but for right now, I'm investing in Sensor. Why Sensor? Because it lets you raise Astro's 6th sense ability and find people you normally can't find in stages. So overall, it's most beneficial, so we can find more people to increase our points. So Sensor's the way to go, and that's what we did. And he's about to run through the spiel of everything I just told you, only much more boring, so I'm going to skip all this. And I'm going to stop right here, because I'm approaching the 10-minute mark, and I don't want to run over with this video. So, I'm signing off for right now. This is G Wiggly. Hope you enjoyed the first ever Let's Play I've ever done of Astroboy Omega Factor for the Game Boy Advance. And next time we play, we go through Stage 1, Metro City. I'll see you then.